Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Let's Play Rogue Legacy. This is a game that a lot of people have been really excited about ever since the press demo came out for the Greenlight page. And I covered that and then I played the shit out of it because it was so much fun. And if you haven't seen that video, I recommend checking it out because, you know, it says a lot of like little background information about the game. I am going to try to make this kind of like a first look. It's going to be a Let's Play with first look elements in it, because I do want to, you know, point out whatever has changed. I should mention that I have not actually played the game at all since the press demo. This is going to be a blind Let's Play, so to speak, of Rogue Legacy. I'm just going to play through the whole thing without doing any off-camera work. But like I said, I played the demo extensively, so I am expecting not to have too much issue with the game in general. So the way this game works, if you're not familiar with it, is that you know, we start out as this dude, and as you can see, we're collecting money, and money is actually incredibly important for us because money is the mechanism by which we improve ourselves. If you're familiar with the game 10 Million, it's kind of similar to that. In that we go through, we try to play as far as we can into the game, and as we play through the game, we gain this money, which allows us to buy upgrades for our dude, and you know, in future run-throughs we will have those abilities. We also, there's an element of, you know, our like our offspring can have special, you know, attributes about them, so to speak. So our next guy maybe. Oh, we have a fairy chest challenge here, so we have to kill everything in this room to access that. Oh shit. Okay, we're all good. I'm just gonna miss with those knives, I guess. That's our special attack, by the way. You can see kind of underneath our health. Up there, our magic ability is knives and uses 10 HP. But anyway, yeah, this guy has no special elements because he's our first dude. But our next guy, you know, might be colorblind, might you know, fart a lot when he jumps. There are all kinds of different you know, conditions that could be placed upon us. So every run is a little bit different, and there are also different classes to play, which really mix up gameplay a lot. So, you know, depending on whether you're playing as like a barbarian or a wizard, you'll have to decide how to play differently to be successful, because those classes obviously have very different strengths and weaknesses to them, and different play styles that are kind of required to be effective with them. But right now we're just a standard knight who has pretty much nothing special about him. He just hits things with his sword, and that is what he does. He has, you know, decent mana but not awesome, decent everything but not awesome, basically. And in the future we'll be able to upgrade that class. So we got this, we completed the fairy chest objectives, and we got a grace rune, which is actually totally new to me. I do not no, I almost said totally rude to me, because I was trying to say the word rune, I guess. But I have no idea what a grace rune does. We'll be able to check that out soon. This is a little bit of a dangerous jumping puzzle. We're gonna get through it just fine. No big deal. Get a sizable amount of gold from that. For a very first run, 570 gold is a pretty respectable amount. So, oh yeah, also, every time we start a new run, we're going to have to give up all of our gold. And there are upgrades, or at least there were in the demo, that can mitigate that somewhat. But to start off with, every bit of gold we don't spend gets taken away from us after we start our next run. So the more gold we can get, the better, because we can get better upgrades with that, and then you know, lose all of our gold. So it's kind of, it's not so much of a grinding thing, it's more of a high score thing. You know, the higher your score, the better an upgrade you can afford after you finish the level. I should point out, as on a first look note, that I've been talking to Omrecker about this, and he took the exact opposite approach from me. And, you know, on his first run through the game, or excuse me, like before he recorded any of the game, he did an entire run through, so he can know, you know, he's just gonna do a review type video and tell you guys what the game ends up like late game. And he tells me that the game is about 8 hours long, so this is not, you know, I could tell that from the demo, but you know, it's totally reasonable for people to have not known that, because a lot of people didn't play the demo nearly as much. Hey, I entered a new area. Alright, and died immediately. That's good. But that's just kind of how it goes. You're not powerful enough to start off with to really get through the entire time. But anyway, he says it's about 8 hours long, so this is not a Binding of Isaac, and you should not expect that if you put down $10 to buy this game. That's not what you're buying. So anyway, now as you can see, we have these 3 different options. Whoa, Vertigo. What? Alright, Vertigo really scares the shit out of me. I don't like that idea. We've got OCD, which is really nice. When you break things, you recover your magic. Mages are great. They get magic every time they kill something, so those are very useful. We've also got a Knave who has high crits. And he also has OCD. Tunnel vision, no peripheral vision. I don't know what Vertigo or tunnel vision do. Against my better judgment, I'm going to try out Vertigo. He shows up upside down, which seems kind of terrifying. Alright, so we're going to spend a little bit of money on buying a smithy, which is very important. He'll be able to build equipment for us with blueprints that we find. We did find a blueprint earlier. And then we're going to go straight into a health upgrade. And then we'll upgrade our knight into a paladin, which gives them a shield that they can use. So the knight is what we were last time, so now next time we get a knight, it will instead be a paladin. It just replaces all knights with a slightly better... Well, not slightly better, it's what it does is it adds a special Y effect, or a Y button effect to the knight. Now I guess we'll just go ahead and upgrade our equipment. And as you can see, we're just moving down the skill tree here. I don't like the architect so much, I do like the enchantress a lot, so we should definitely unlock her. And now, I'm actually going to go in here. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured it was going to be like. I don't like that. Oh my god. Alright. Luckily, I already know what she's saying. She's saying that she can enchant shit for us. Oh, fuck. I'm going to have to read this upside down. I did not think this through. Head to... Oh, man. Oh man. Fuck. I don't know if I want to unlock that or not. I don't know what it does. All right, let's just hold off on that for now. I know that one thing that I do want is this oh, we can make a sword. That's always nice. And we can also, if I can use the right buttons here, make a chest plate. That's also good. So we'll make those things. And we'll also, those just give us more mana. So fuck that for right now. This is nice. It gives us health and mana. Yeah. Alright. I don't have the money for that. Or maybe I don't have the equip burden for that. I can't really tell. I'm going to go back here because I can tell what's going on here. Alright, so we have 120 more gold to spend. And yeah, let's go ahead and open up the architect tree with that 100 gold. So we're going to lose 20 gold out of this, which is not terrible. So we spent a lot of gold on getting a lot of unlocks. And now, let's just go ahead and move onward here. Jesus Christ. So that guy took all of our money. That's K-Ron. Probably not the best way to show off the game because like we missed a lot of flavor text because I am actually kind of terrible at trying to read things upside down. Oh, I should definitely read this diary entry. I forgot. Oh, no, I shouldn't. I just this moment realized that's an awful idea. Let's go ahead. We'll do that next life. But for right now, oh my god. I hate this. I hate everything. Oh god, no. Alright. This is going to be an incredibly difficult run. Alright. Spoiler alert, we're not going to see any other characters with vertigo for the remainder of this Let's Play. Holy shit. Oh no. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to be happy if we can get enough money to buy an upgrade after this. And it's looking like that is a fucking pipe dream too, because I'm nearly dead. Oh man. Alright. Thank god that nightmare is over. Let's go ahead, choose somebody who does not have vertigo this time. So we got a barbarian who has Tourette's and baldness. We have a knave who has hypergonadism, which makes your attacks do knockback, and nearsighted, which makes the screen blurry except very close to your character, is super annoying. And down here we have a paladin with endomorph, which is immunity to knockback, and ADHD, which is faster movement speed. So this is by far the best option in my opinion. We're going to grab this guy and show off the new paladin stuff that we got, and we have 60 gold. We're not going to be able to buy shit. Alright, now let's come over here and find out what the deal with this. Okay, that's a sprint rune. This is a vault rune. I guess we start off with like random runes. Grace rune, here we go. Enemies scale slower, easier, but lesser rewards. Multiple runes stack, slowing enemies scaling more. That sounds like casual scumbaggery to me. I'm glad I didn't spend money on that without being able to tell what it was. Let's see. Yeah, we got our sword, we got our chestplate. Those are the most important. Chestplate is armor reduction, or damage reduction. Just gives us some more armor points, which I believe is just a straight up 1 armor point equals 1 less damage taken from an attack, which is very useful for obvious reasons. Let's check out this journal. The sword gives us more damage, obviously. Journal entry number 1. Treason. An assassin has wounded my father, the king. To bring order back to the kingdom, he has sent my siblings and I on a quest to save him. Together we will venture into the cursed woods and enter Castle Hamson. I'm gonna say that properly eventually. This cursed castle has stood on the edge of the woods since time immemorial, but rumors say that within it dwells an item which will cure any ailment. Tonight I will get a head start over my brothers and sisters and set forth on my quest while they lay asleep. To fail this quest would be an embarrassment to my name. So that just gives us a little bit of backstory on what the fuck is going on in this castle. Obviously our father died in this castle, or our ancestor, and that's why we're still here trying to get shit done, basically. One thing that I'm a little bit disappointed in is that I feel, and this could be just, you know, totally false, but I feel like the game has gotten a lot easier since the beta. I don't like that room at all. We're going to avoid that. Or, not since the beta, but since the demo. Like, I feel like I had a lot more difficulty with the game before. How should I approach this guy? I kind of feel like I can just... Oh, nope. Okay. Let's definitely get all this shit. But, yeah, let's spam some mana at him. And that was pretty easy. It shouldn't have let him hit me. I thought I was going to knock him back. But yeah, I feel like the enemies are just scaling a little bit easier than they used to in the beta. Like, it used to take several hits to kill those picture frames, for example, when you were still low level. But, you know, conversely, there are now harder areas as well, which is exciting. I'm looking forward to getting into those. Though Ohm says that, in his opinion, the game gets much too difficult and requires you to grind out upgrades. But, you know, I'm not necessarily opposed to that. I like the idea of the game getting too hard for me to beat it and me needing to slow down and, you know, get some more money and get some better upgrades before moving onward. But, we'll see. Oh, fuck. I just fucked up that jump. That was real dumb. Alright, so that is that guy dead. But, let's see here. Okay, so we have a very flexible. I'm not sure what flexible means. This guy has Alzheimer's, which makes the map shitty, and muscle weakness. Enemies won't get knocked back. We also have an ectomorph, which makes it so that every hit knocks you back, and dwarfism, which actually is nice because it lets you get into some hidden places. I want to try out being very flexible. I've never had that attribute before. Let's go ahead and look at the runes we have again. There might be something useful in here. Sprint rune, vault rune lets us double jump. That's really nice. I think we will go with unlocking the ability to double jump with our gold this time. And let's move onward, lose our 75 gold, and hopefully do a little bit better this time, because the last 2 runs have been kind of underwhelming so far. But yeah, as far as whether you yourself should purchase this game, you know, obviously I can't say too much because all I played was the demo, and you know, apparently it's not super long. In fact, like, beating the entire game apparently will take like as long as I spent on the demo just grinding for fun. But you know, that's not necessarily terrible. You know, an 8-hour game is not like the end of the world. Oh, fuck. I'm just bad right now. Okay, here we go. Got through that room okay. Pretty soon, we'll hopefully get Vampirism Rune, which is a super overpowered ability. Lets us get health every time we hit an enemy. And when we have that, all bets are off. The game becomes much easier, in my opinion. But until then, it's kind of you're doomed to very short runs a lot of the time because you know you can only survive a few hits. You have very little health, very little armor, and you know that's just the way it goes. But pretty quickly we'll start getting upgrades that mitigate those problems, and that's kind of the fun of Rogue Legacy is just developing your character, getting better and better as time goes on, getting those new high scores to buy some kind of crazy ability. Like later on, there's a very expensive ability that like the first level of it costs over 2,000, I believe, and that gives you plus 10% to the gold you pick up. So instead of getting 10 gold there, we would have gotten 11. And you know, little things like that that make the game substantially easier to progress through when you hit milestone. This feels like the sort of place where there's probably a secret somewhere, but I don't see any secret floors there. There are like places where you can go through into the walls, but they're visually distinct, or at least they used to be. Hopefully they haven't changed that. But I will point one out if I find one. There are also just a lot of places. I think I just lost some gold there, by the way, killing that painting inside the wall, which is unfortunate. But I'll point one out next time I find one. There are a lot that only dwarves can access as well. But let's keep on going. Not doing terribly this time, but I am, you know, still losing health at too much of a rate to really do anything fantastic here. But hopefully we can turn it around. Also, there's a substantial aspect of luck in picking up those money bags that give you the same as... Oh, see, let's just not go to those different areas right now. That seems like a bad idea. Yeah, I don't like that. We should probably beat the boss of the castle first, if I had to guess. Which gives us substantial upgrades. We should also just, you know, grind out some stuff here. I have a feeling the architect is going to be a big deal because I don't know if you starting somewhere different when you defeat the castle boss. It could be that you have to, like, oh shit, I forgot those guys turn to face you. It could be that you have to go through the castle every single time and find the passage to the next area, and in that case the architect would be huge. The architect being someone who keeps the castle the same instead of like regenerating an area, because that would be a big advantage, just be able to teleport straight to the next area instead of having to beat the castle over and over again. That would also be really annoying. I kind of hope that's not the case, but it does make sense, I guess. The architect mechanic makes a lot more sense, because as it would take away all of the chests and stuff to use the architect, so it was only really good for being able to reach the boss in a timely manner. Oh, that was a little bit close, but we're all good. Yeah, this is another perfectly serviceable run. We're already at over 1,000 gold, which is way better than I did early on in the demo. But again, you know, I don't know how much of that is me being better at the game and how much of that is this game being a little bit easier than the demo was in the early game anyway. That's the end of another pathway over there. Just hoping to find, you know, maybe some boss monsters would be nice, or mini boss monsters, because they drop a shit ton of money. This is a fountain that would fully replenish our HP. I kind of want to save it, actually. And by the way, let's check out the map. Pretty much just have to go up at this point. We have to go back through this room, which is, you know, kind of difficult for someone with a brain my size. I keep on forgetting I can double jump as well. I should definitely be taking advantage of that. Let's pop over here and see what's going on. Oh, that was a little bit close. Alright. This is a pretty annoying room if I had to guess. Nah, it's actually not too bad. Never mind. And there's the boss again. I'm kind of tempted to just pop into the boss room and see if we can't beat it. I do have full HP, full mana. There's a Night Helm recipe there, which is nice. We unlocked a teleporter. So we could just teleport straight here the next time too and beat the boss that way. Yeah, I don't really want to like fuck around with new areas. So let's fight the boss instead. Why not? So this guy is a giant eyeball, and he's going to fire a lot of bullets at us if he is anything like the boss of the demo. Oh, that was dumb. Oh man, I'm doing pretty poorly here. Oh, I should definitely spam some magic at this guy. I'm not sure if that's actually helpful. Ah, man. Yeah. Alright, so obviously we're not strong enough to beat the boss, but we did get a shit ton of money there, and we probably wouldn't have gotten too much more by exploring. And it's good to check to see how hard the boss is. OCD and ADHD is a really fantastic barbarian there. We also have Ambilivus. You've got 2 left hands and can't cast spells properly. What? That seems really bad. You remember things with extreme clarity. I wonder what that means too. Vertigo, definitely never going to use one of those again. So this guy just has really good abilities. But this guy interests me. Not being able to cast spells sounds kind of shitty. But let's check it out because he does have the eidetic memory. So we're going to need... let's go ahead and upgrade the mage because that's like the most powerful class in the game, the archmage. That lets you use any spell, and there's one spell that was at least really overpowered. It might not be anymore. And let's also upgrade the barbarian to unlock this area over here. So now we have barbarian kings who can do a Fuz Roda. Let's go ahead and... The miner is not fantastic until you upgrade yourself a little bit more. It's the miner gets more money, like 10% more money every time you unlock, or every time you pick up, money. But the downside of the miner is that he's very weak in all other aspects. So it's not great until you already have a lot of upgrades and you're trying to grind. But then it's fantastic. We're going to spend a bunch of money to unlock the Shinobi, which is another nice class. They're very fast and have good damage and crits. Let's see here. What else? Ah, yeah, there's Haggle with Kairon, so we lose less money. Oh, yeah, we should actually unlock the miner just because it opens up the money skill tree that like gives you more, money. Let's see here. Let's go ahead. We have 240 gold, and this costs 240 gold, so let's just max out our money here and get some crit chance up. So now we crit a little bit more often, and we are totally out of money, so let's just go ahead in. And we are eidactic, or have eidactic memory, and also are really bad at casting spells, apparently. Let's just experiment with that. That seemed better. I feel like that spell usually only throws out in one direction, but maybe it costs us more mana to do it. I don't know. I'm having trouble understanding what that means because I'm not that familiar with the use of this spell. This seems like a shitty room, by the way. That was really dumb, but it worked out. All right. Forgot what class we are. I think we're a knave, which just means high crit chance and damage. Go ahead and grab that. Oh, that was close. But yeah, in the future we want to play as an archmage for sure. That'll get us. That'll probably just get us through the first boss, like straight up by itself. The flame wall spell is so good, so ridiculously good. Unless it's been nerfed, and I kind of hope it has been, because it was fucking broken. Like every time I got an archmage, especially an archmage with like reversed HP and MP pools, which is one of the traits you can get, it was over. It was so easy. Go ahead and kill this guy. Kill this guy. So what is... I think we're remembering where all of the enemies are, if I had to guess. That's pretty cool. Alright. So, you know, it's not a negative trait for sure, but not one of the greatest positive traits either. So far, this run is going totally fine. Just gotta find as much money as possible. We're not quite to the point where we can kill the boss yet, but pretty soon we will be after we unlock a few more things. I'm definitely keeping an eye out for fairy chests. Oh, fuck. How do I even kill that thing? I think I just have to leave. I don't have any like means with which to affect that guy, so I don't want to hang out in that room for too long. He would drop a bunch of money if I had the ability to kill him, but I don't. Night bracers and a bunch of money. Very nice. Bracers just increase your MP, so I don't tend to focus on making them. Okay, that's the Maya. I don't really want to go in there again. Seems like a dangerous proposition. Is this a... no, okay. Thought that might have been a fake picture, because it just looked so evil, didn't it? Ah, here's a... oh. Alright, I was gonna say that is a picture of a game that the developers made in the past, and I was gonna go look at it. I did not realize it was shaking, or maybe it wasn't shaking, but it definitely killed the shit out of me. So, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty of runs for the first episode of Let's Play Rogue Legacy. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. The game should have come out at pretty much exactly the same time as this video came out. So it should be out now on Steam. I believe it's $10. Go check it out. It's really fun. Obviously I can't speak from the perspective of somebody who's played enough to really know whether it's worth the money or whatever, but I can tell you that I played the shit out of the press demo, and I probably would have paid $10 for the press demo. It was a really fun game, and I wholly expect that I'll get some fun time out of this, though do keep in mind that, again, it's not a Binding of Isaac, it's not an FTL. This is not really much of a roguelike, especially with the RPG progression system. It's much more of an RPG than a roguelike. There's not a huge element of permadeath even in this game. There is random generation, but not permadeath, and not really that much of a roguelike, and because of that you can't really expect to get the kind of replay value out of it as you can out of Binding of Isaac or something like that. So don't expect that if you buy this game. Don't expect it to be Binding of Isaac, but do expect it to be fun, and I definitely think this is something worth picking up. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.